Okay, so I got the grip off. I got that grip off. I actually cleaned the inside with WD, not WD. Why do I keep on saying WD? Simple Green. I'm gonna put on the throttle tube here. I'm actually not gonna cut down the throttle tube or sand it down, file it down. I'm gonna leave the length as is. Now that I have it off and the two ends off and on, I can see that it's only like a couple millimeters difference in length from the old tube to the new tube. So here's the old tube on the bottom, and new tube on top, and it's literally only like 2, maybe 3 at the most millimeters longer on this new tube. So this new tube should be pretty clean. I'm just gonna slip this thing in. It's already wet inside, so that's good. I don't have to worry about it. I actually just washed my hands, so it's not greasy. So it slides right in because it's all wet. Slide it into the end there. So there's going to be a few millimeters of space here that's extra, which is fine. That works. That's okay with me. Right. So you can see it works. Now we need to tighten it up. Where are my screws? Where did I put the screws for that? Oh, there it is. There's the screws. Oh, where's my screwdriver? Oh, it's in my back pocket. 2 screws. Spin this on real fast. Make sure everything is where it should be. Remember that in the other video I had mentioned that the handlebar itself actually has like a little hole. That's a location hole, so that way when you put this on here, the switch gear on here is located at a certain place, and it doesn't go side to side or spin in place. So when you got that location hole, you should be good. And then you could just tighten down your screws. Okay, so this is not moving, or it'll wiggle a little bit. That's normal. So here, basically I added like another millimeter or so of space in this gap here, which that doesn't bother me. So that's on. I'm gonna put my bar end weight on. Back in, I should say. So be mindful of the bar end weight. If you look at it, there's a little flat spot right here on this side. So line that up, mate that up with what's on inside here. Otherwise, your bar end weight won't sit all the way in the way that it's supposed to. See, like right there. So right now I'm in a proper spot. The bar end weight doesn't spin. If the bar end weight is spinning, that means it's not in the. That means that flat spot did not line up with each other. Need to tighten this up. So now the whole thing spins. That's because the nut inside the bar, the handlebar, is what's spinning. Hit it with an impact driver real quick, just real buzz, and call it good. Should be tight now. you know, it's not going to come off basically. Okay, so this is back on. Now I have to basically adjust my you know, put the cable back in here into the throttle body here and adjust it. So I'm just gonna basically push up on right here like this. Push up so that way I could hook the end cable here into that little hole and guide it through. I probably have to do this off camera because I can't hold the camera and use both hands, because I need 2 hands for this. Let me see if I could brace the camera up against the bike and my leg. Okay, so right now it's up against my leg. So hook it in right there, like so. Just needs to hook over, goes over, like that. That's good. That's it. Now I can hook this back in, right here. Hook this back in. Now you take off the, you need to spin this thing, so you have to spin this whole piece right here, so the bottom nut will spin. Whoa, whoa. Camera moved. Camera moved. Well, my leg moved. So you can spin that way, and this. And before you tighten it out, test your throttle tube. You know, right now there's no slack at all right now. So as soon as I spin it back, it's like it's taut right now. So that's too tight back there in the back of the right here. So I'm gonna give it some slack. Let's loosen the slack nut up, and to give it slack, I have to spin this thing in more, in this way. I think that might be enough. Okay, tighten up the lock nut a little bit, I'm just finger tight only. Go back to this. Okay, now there's a little bit of slack. So that's what you want. You want a little bit of slack. I think the Honda says to have, if you take it, like say you give a spot, let's say I'm using a split right here, you spin it from fully closed to spinning it, and where it takes up the slack, I think they say about 3 millimeters. So this looks like it's a little bit more than that. One thing you could do is to test it also is turn your steering wheel lock to lock, or turn your handlebars lock to lock, because when you do lock to lock, lots of times it will take up the slack, and you can see when you do lock to lock there should be a little bit of play. So both ways there's still a bit of play. So I'm actually gonna tighten this back up, then we'll take up some slack. So loosen this nut. Actually, I have to turn it back like so. Let's see how that goes. So a little bit of play there. So it's a little play. That's what you want. A little bit of play. Let's go lock to lock. So still a little bit of play. This side. So a little bit of play. You can see the play right here. Just look at the cable here. See that? So that's what you want. That's what the little bit of play gives you. So let me lock it to the other side. So that's good right there. I think that's good. Let's look back at this again and see how many millimeters that is. Well, still a pretty good amount. I think I might tighten this up even a little bit more. Maybe another half turn. Another half turn. Let's lock this lock nut down there. Okay, I think that's good right there. So now all you do is just tighten this nut right here, where my fingertip is, my fingernail tip. So this nut right here, and hold this in place, and tighten this one, and it will be good. And you have your throttle tube. And looking at the space here, so there's not that much gap here, right? Not that much gap. Pretty much the same as here. you actually see the end here. It's not sitting flat. It's actually kind of bulging out a little bit. That's because you know, that new throttle tube is a little bit longer. It's a little bit longer than the old one, which is fine with me. Let's look at this side. This side actually there's no gap at all. That's alright because this side's not moving, right? This side doesn't spin. It's this side that spins. So again, that's fine with me. Okay, so that's it. Now I just need to tighten this up and put everything back. Alright, so thanks for watching.